Guys, it's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on waiver wire ads for week 5. So, guys, make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. So, before we get started, guys, I just dropped a video that's I dropped my 10 waiver wire ads. Now, there's a few guys that may be on your waivers that's not on that list, so we can talk about that in the live. But I'm gonna go over those guys before I start answering all your questions that you got for waivers. And also, I'm gonna talk about some of the news according to what happened this past week. So let's do that. Okay, here. So let's go. Let's see what we need to talk about here. So it says that for Miami Dolphins, guys. I see you. I see you, Eddie Phillips. Appreciate you being here, bruh. Yes, sir. So, I see you, Joel. What up, bruh? So, guys, according to the Miami Dolphins, I don't like this because you know I got a lot of Tyreek and Waddle and A-Chain stock, right? I see you, Harambe. Bruh, I'm gonna hit you up too. I gotta talk to you about something, but I'm gonna hit you up later. Let's see. According to the Miami Dolphins, this is disgusting. I'm just reading this myself right now. Tyler Huntley is set for another start. Yes, sir, Ian. You know it. Tyler Huntley is set for another start. So this is what Coach Mike McDaniel said. Coach Mike McDaniel said Tuesday, which is today, that Huntley will start for Miami on the road against the New England Patriots. So, guys, Tyler Huntley will be starting again. Let's see what else is it to talk about. Now here we go. Devontae Adams. I told y'all he ain't got no hamstring injury. Devontae Adams ain't got no hamstring injury. When I saw Antonio Pierce say, uh, people made a business decision, so I'm gonna make a business decision. I'm like, who on this team got the credibility to make a business decision? It either got to be Brock Bowers, Devontae Adams, or the defensive end and Ricky that they drafted last year in the top 10. Ain't nobody else. Anybody else, it don't matter. Your ass gonna get benched or cut today. Only person that can't cut is Gardner Minshew, Devontae Adams, and the Ricky that they drafted last year, and Mason Crosby. I'm sorry, Max Crosby. Other than that, so I'm like, it's got to be Devontae Adams. So they trying to look, and then all of a sudden I hear it closer to Friday. Devontae Adams had a hamstring injury, and I never saw him pull up in the game. I said I knew what that was. They want to trade Devontae Adams. So guys, Devontae Adams is desires a trade. They want to trade him. They know that it's not coming together. Devontae Adams feel like he's being wasted. And he's taking plays off because he don't want to get hurt for a non-competitive game. So guys, if go buy low on Devontae Adams. Go buy low on Devontae Adams, especially if you 4-0 and 3-1, and you want to make your team great, and you got some guys on the bench that you can't get to that's putting up good. Like say if you got Rashid Shaheed and you can't get him in your lineup because you got, let's say, I'm trying to think of some guys that's really playing really well right now. Say you got Malik Neighbors, you got, let me see, Nico Collins. And let's see here. Who's another good player? And A.J. Brown. And you have Rashid Shaheed on your bench. Go take Rashid Shaheed to a player that needs somebody this week to win. They owe, and they got Devontae Adams. You can get Devontae Adams and stash him. And then when he gets traded to a team, it could be Kansas City, it could be the Cowboys, it could be Baltimore Ravens. Now he's going to be booming. Right? Now he's going to be booming. So that's what I feel about Devontae Adams. So go buy low on Devontae Adams if you got room or if you got the team to do it. Every team, it's not for every team. Every team don't have an opportunity to wait a couple weeks and let this mature. All right, let's see what else is it for us to talk about, guys. Jalen Wright, the backup for Devon A-Chain is getting some carries. Most of it is still out. I like stashing Jalen Wright if anything happens to Devon A-Chain. They said Will Levis is still entrenched as the starter, guys. That's cap. Now, he may start, but they will pull him in the middle of the damn game. They pulled him. He don't want to say it. He knew it. That's why he kept saying, yeah, I'm ready, I'm ready. And they kept saying, no, look at this right here on my, well, look what I'm telling you. Don't look at the game. He kept looking at the game. They was like, no, look what I'm telling you. They didn't want his ass back in there. Now they don't want. They want to keep his confidence high. Nobody wants to do to Will Levis what they done to Bryce Young. Nobody wants to do that to any of your young quarterbacks. You don't do that to your young quarterbacks. I don't give a damn if you Zach Wilson. You treat them with a certain type of patty cake. I said what I said. Yes, I said patty cake. You got to patty cake your quarterback. That's a special type of position. So I believe if Will Levis goes out and he throws a turnover, has a turnover early in the game, Mason Rudolph is coming in. So Mason Rudolph is a stash. I'm not saying you can play him because I know there's so many quarterbacks that maybe Mason is not putting up enough of a floor to start him. But Will Levis is not going to continue to be the starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. So don't believe that they saying that he's the starter. Don't believe that shit. That shit is cap. Cap. I wish I had a cap. I got a cap right here. Cap. All right, let's move on. Let's see some other stuff that we need to talk about before I leave. Guys, I'm going to get to everybody's comments. I will be getting to everybody's comments. All right. They say Aaron Rodgers is dealing with knee swelling. They say Aaron Rodgers is dealing with knee swelling. So I think he can play through knee swelling. They don't need him. He can play with a little bit of soreness in his knee. Let's see what else. Troy Franklin had 4 targets in the win. That's just something to talk about. That's that cap ain't lit. Stop it. That cap old and ran down. Stop it, Harambe. Marvin Mims still ain't getting any targets. Got a super chat in the building from Tyler Sperry himself. He said, would you drop Charbonnet or Irvin for Hunt? No, I'm not dropping Charbonnet, and I'm not dropping Irvin. Listen, man, you could drop Charbonnet, but why? Charbonnet is a premium handcuff. I would say he more, like, you trade Charbonnet. You don't want to drop Charbonnet for somebody else to pick him up. Kenneth Walker has never played a bunch of games. Now, can Kenneth Walker be healthy for the rest of the season? He could be. And so maybe Charbonnet won't really get another good role. But Charbonnet got a role even if Kenneth Walker is healthy. Charbonnet going to get passes every single game. I wouldn't drop him for Hunt. Listen, I get it. Hunt is the new girl on the block. Everybody wants to have a chance, right? We know how it is. Oh, have you seen that girl, man? She in, class. Have you seen that girl, man, at work? She worked down there on the dock. Everybody want to get their chance. Guess what? You got a girlfriend at home. You good. She ain't better than your girlfriend at home. Charbonnet, Hunt is not better than Charbonnet because of the premium of the handcuff. And Bucky Irvin is getting ready to break out. Rashad White, hopefully he keep catching passes. Once they take him out of the pass catching role, which Irvin can catch passes, maybe not quite as good as Rashad, but on that level, Bucky gonna take over this team. So I wouldn't go and drop neither one of these guys. But would I try to find a way to put Hunt on my team? Because you always want to have running back depth. Yes, I would try to do that, but I can't drop Charbonnet or Irvin. Appreciate the super chat, Tyler Sperry. Yeah. Okay. So let's finish looking at some of these news, guys. I'm excited to get to the questions. Also, guys, let me know how you did. If I starts and sits, I kind of remember. I need to go back through some of my chats, my lives, and go back and see some of the ways I told y'all to go wrong. I know Kareem Hunt was I was on Carson Steele, and they gave it to Carson. He fumbled again. This guy got more fumbles. Like, he got like 20 fumbles in the last, like, a year. The dude got like 20 fumbles. I mean, not year, but maybe like a couple years. He's been fumbling a lot. So Kareem Hunt's going to be the guy. Carson still runs hard, but he just can't hold on to the ball. Let's see. There's something that we could... Tim Patrick got a few targets. Not telling you to pick him up, but Tim Patrick for the Detroit Lions got a few targets. Sky Moore, I don't like calling nobody garbage. I'm not going to call him garbage because he could outrun me right now. But they got to bring another wide receiver in. Xavier Worthy is big. If you got Xavier Worthy, you got to start him every week now. Let me see. Christian Watson with a high ankle sprain, considered mild. I think he's going to be out for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Dontavius Wicks is going to be good. Justin Fields, guys, I don't think, they say Wilson is improving, but if they bench Justin Fields, I think the head coach for the Steelers could get fired. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm talking from what I see, but Justin Fields should be the starter for this team, and he's getting better. So, let me see. Let's look. Let's keep looking. Let's see. Okay, DK. Yep, DK is fun. Kenneth Walker showed out. Geno throwing that ball around. Let's see. Waddle ain't do nothing. Tyreek, it still looks the same. We need a new quarterback. We waiting on Tua. Let's see. I think that's about it, guys. All the things that really matters right now on a Tuesday. I think I said everything. I think I've said it. Said everything. I think Taysom Hill might be out, but you need to go pick up Taysom Hill. He's on this list, so go pick him up. Okay. Yeah, that's it, guys. All right. So let's start getting through some of these questions. All right. So guys, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go over go through the questions. If y'all want to know what my waiver, my 10 waiver wire ads for week 5 is, just go through my video. I dropped the video. I'm gonna try to drop some videos. Guys, I dropped videos. I know somebody in the comment section said, TD, whenever you gonna cut up your videos? Well, you just catching my lives. You're not going to my videos. I got videos. My videos are about at the most 13 minutes long. A lot of them like 5 or 6 minutes. So check out the videos. Okay. So user 279 said, TD, bro, CMC got tendonitis in both legs. Bro, I'm not surprised. That's why I keep telling y'all about, y'all want to keep trading Mason. And I'm like, Mason is a league winner. Even if he does sit down after a while, they not going to give CMC the full workload, right? Only time you got to worry about CMC is in the real NFL playoffs. Maybe later in the season, like week 12 or 13. But Mason is going to be a league winner. I'm playing Mason every week. I don't care what the matchup is. This is a premium running back on a premium team. Robert, what's up, Robert? He said, what's up, bro? What's going on with you, Robert? Mitchell in the building. User 279 says he done, bro, for this year, especially if the 49ers keep winning. Right. It doesn't make sense to bring him back and risk, because if he popped that Achilles, he won't never be the same, most likely. He's almost 30. User 279 said it could only be Bowers, Adams, and Crosby. Right. I think I know what you're talking about, but I think it's Adams that they're trying to trade. I don't think they're not trading Crosby. And they're not going to trade Bowers. They're going to trade Adams. DJ. What's up, DJ? He said, what up, bro? Should I grab Tucker Kraft or drop Hunter Henry full PPR? At this point, bro, you got to move on from Henry. Look, we didn't play the first quadrant. It's time to make some moves. Hunter Henry is fine. You might have to come back and pick him up. It's just like a girl. Y'all went on a date. Y'all had y'all little thing. You went to the back of the whatever place. You did your thing. Y'all, it ain't working out. Move on. Find you another girl. Tucker Kraft looks good. I thought that the other tight end, Musgrave, was going to be better. He's not. Tucker Kraft looks like he's going to be the guy. I think that is the guy that I would pick up and drop Hunter Henry. I mean, tight ends are so volatile, it doesn't really matter. But I understand what you're saying. I don't want to be disingenuous. Say, it don't care. It doesn't matter about tight end. No, it does matter to a certain extent. And I would rather play Tucker Kraft going forward in week 5 over Hunter Henry. Yes, sir. Eddie says, YouTube. What's up, TD? What's up, Eddie? User 279 said Pittman with Flacco is money. Right. Hey, he was getting ready to break out with AR. Did you see that throw that AR made? AR was getting ready to break out. AR was getting ready to break out. If it went, he's running timid. When he ran through the middle, that didn't look like a 240-pound 4'3" dude. That looked like somebody, I'm big and I'm strong, but I'm nervous. And I'm just running and I'm a turn. Who in the hell turns sideways like that? Like, I play football. If Ray Lewis is coming at me, I'm not going to turn that way. I might get low and just dive at his ankles. That way he can't get under me and, and pick me up and knock me out, right? But, like, AR just turned like this and, like, here, my side. And he got hit on his side. Bro, what are you doing? Like, are you scared of that shoulder? Then you need to slide. It's okay. You can slide. I'm not telling you to take on no safeties or no linebackers. But slide. Don't turn like that. These dudes coming for you. Rainy Angel says, you think AR-15 will eventually get benched for Flacco? No, he's not going to get benched. Bruh, the only way he could get benched, he got to go out there and throw 4 picks consecutive, like 3 games where he just lost it. He out of it, and he still won't lose the position because he's still young. He only played 4 games. You cannot bench. Listen, I know Bryce Young got benched in like 19 games. You cannot bench AR in 7 games. He only played 7 games his whole career. You cannot bench him. So he's going to be fine now. It's about getting Joe Flacco in work. It's a 1%, 2% chance that they can bench him because he didn't threw like 4 picks a game. Then yeah, but most likely the way Joe Flacco gonna get in the game is through an injury. The way Joe Flacco gonna get into the game is gonna be through an injury. All right. Harami says, hope things are good over there. A lot of crazy stuff lately with the hurricane. Yeah, I know, bro. I hope everything is good on my end. I'm in the middle. I'm in the triad. But the East Coast is having some some hurricane warnings and stuff. Appreciate that, Arabi. AJB, what's up, bro? He said just got B. John Robinson in a trade, and I traded Jordan Mason. Hey, it be like that sometimes. Don't worry about that. You made that move. It's okay. Hopefully, you got Jordan, and I traded Jordan Mason. Okay, so you traded 2 optimal running backs. I would have told you, AJB, not to do it, but it's your team. So all I'm gonna tell you, man, let's weather the storm. No pun intended for the people who's in the hurricane stuff. But what let me see, B. John Robinson. Just got B. John Robinson. Okay, you got B. John Robinson. I'm sorry. You got B. John Robinson in a trade, and I traded Jordan Mason. Right. So you got B. John Robinson. He gonna be okay. He might not play this week, but he's gonna be fine. I think he's a top 12 running back at his floor. So you fine, man. You just plug him in every week, and he'll get better, and he's gonna have some good games. It's early in the season. They still figure out how to get all these guys involved with Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and B. John Robinson. But he may be hurt this week. Maybe Tyler Algier comes in. So if that happens, it's fine. You still start B. John Robinson when he comes back. I wouldn't trade him. If I do trade him, I'm getting a 2-for-1 deal where I'm getting 2 elite players or a top end player. Don't trade down like his value is dropped. B. John Robinson value has not dropped. The Gone Network says, is Wicks worth a number 1 waiver? I don't think so. But if you needed a wide receiver like I would say, what's going on, Stacy? I see you. If your best wide receiver was Rashid Shaheed and you needed a number 2 guy and you had Tyler Lockett, I would say, yeah, go do it. But we don't know how Wicks high safety is going to be. He can give you some boom weeks, but number 1 waiver priority, I'm looking to pick up like a running back that went down for the rest of the year, and I'm going to get the backup that's going to have an elite role. Or I'm picking up a wide receiver where Christian Watson is not coming back all year, and also Romeo going to be out for 6-8 weeks, and then Dante was weeks there. Then he's that. Number 1 waiver priority, I don't know. I need a little bit of more data before I tell you to use your number 1 waiver priority on Dontavius Wicks. User 279 says he not hurt, bruh. I saw him keep putting his helmet on and off. Right. Facts. Robert says Kareem Hunt on waivers and Wicks. I always stash running backs, but don't pick them up. Don't use a high-end waiver priority on them. But yes, definitely stash them. And you can stash both guys. You can stash both of them. But I love to put running backs on my team. You never know what can happen. You might have to play them. We already got a bye week this coming up. The Eagles got a bye week. And I think there's one more other team that got a bye week. So you might need some of these guys that we don't want to play on a regular basis. User 279 says, Grant said the same thing about Drake May. What did he say, user? Let me know what he said, bruh. I'm watching the bottom of the chat. Garbage memes. What's going on? To be honest, is I'm dealing with my Showboat swelling watching the stream. Showboat swelling. Okay, what is that, bruh? Glad to see you here, garbage memes. Appreciate you being here, bruh. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. You don't want to kill the young guy's confidence. Right. Facts. Okay. I just want to see what you was talking about, user. Facts. AJB said, do you like Anthony Richardson going forward? Yes, I do. I think it's a buy low opportunity. Especially in Dynasty. Redraft, yes. It just depends on my quarterbacks. I'm not trading Sam Darnold for him, but will I get off maybe a guy? Let me think of a quarterback that I would get off. Like like Matt Stafford. I love Matt Stafford, but I got to get some boom. Now I'm gonna have a safe guy for a backup plan, but I would love to try to get that boom in case he starts playing really well. What if he starts like breaking out in the fantasy football playoffs? We're all gonna be sick. We're like, well, we knew he could do it. Well, why we didn't do it? We knew he was gonna get better. He only had played 7 games. We don't want to have that regret. But if he does keep playing bad, then it's okay. That's why I want you to have Joe Flacco or have a backup plan. You got to take the chance on a boom, man. Somebody tell, hey, TD, it's a stock, man. It's going from 2 cents all the way up to $100. Listen, I might not go and put all my savings on it, but I might go put $500 on it, depending on how much money I got. So I might, look, $200 or $300. Let me see what happened. That $200 or $300 can turn into $3,600. It's an opportunity. It's not for sure. I think it's a great opportunity to take. Opportunity cost. AJB says, do you like Anthony Richardson? Okay, we did that one. Sal says, what up, bro? Would you pick up Wick, Swift, or Addison off waivers for this week? Addison. Love Addison. Addison. I love Jordan Addison. Number 2 wide receiver on this elite offense with Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson on the other side. Hell yeah, I love Addison. Pick up Addison. Swift you always got to have Swift. He cannot be on your waivers. Now, some people dropped him last week. I get it. But you never know when a running back, like I got Zamir White on a couple teams. I drop him if I have to. But I'm never gonna let running backs who's getting opportunities just drop them on the waivers. But Addison for sure, man. Addison is gonna be, I think he has a chance to be a top 12 wide receiver. King of Nike, what's up, bruh? And also, guys, I want to tell you this, because King of Nike, I saw your comment, but it was late. Guys, when I get off the lives on Sunday, I got like 45 minutes to put in all my lineups and go through all my teams. I got like 15, 16 leagues. Then I got to do my redraft, not my redraft, but my DFS, like Draftkings and my bets. I got a lot of stuff. I can't go back and start looking at YouTube because I won't be able to get my lineups in. So I just want y'all to know that. So make sure you try to get all your questions in early as possible. Because once I get off the live on Sunday, I won't be able to get back to them. So I apologize. I'm not avoiding anybody. But he says, TD, no one in my league like to trade. That's how it is, bro. And I get it. That's why I don't do a lot of trade. People don't want to trade, really. Not all the time. Unless they're going to win. You're going to give them something. No one in my league like to trade, and I'm getting smoked every week with my RB. Stevenson, Joe Mixon, Rashad Wright, Bucky, Braylon Allen, Rice. Injury hurts. Right. All you can do, bro, is roll out Stevenson and Bucky and keep Braylon Allen stashed. And then you said you lost Rice. It happens. It happens. All you can do, man, keep working the waiver wires, bro. You got a good team. I love Stevenson. He's going to be fine. He's going to be okay. Joe Mixon, man, I don't know when he's going to come back. I'm not high on Joe Mixon. I didn't draft a lot of Joe Mixon. I like Bucky Allen, and I like Braylon Allen. I just think it's all about patience, bruh. Let's see here. User 279 Satiti, bro, what you think about the splits between B John and Algier? Hey, it's Algier. B John's gonna get his premium targets. You don't want B John getting all the targets. He's gonna catch passes. B John's gonna be okay. That's who B John gonna be. Look at Jahmyr Gibbs. Whatever you think Jahmyr Gibbs is, B John. You know, we all know what David Montgomery does. We don't say nothing about Jahmyr with that. We know David Montgomery's gonna get goal line carries. Algier's gonna get those carries. They're not gonna wear B John out and they draft him in a top as a top 10 pick. They're not gonna wear Jahmyr out and they drafted him as a top 10 pick. These guys are gonna split. But what you want is the honey touches. And I still believe that B John gonna get honey touches. Why? Because he was a top 5 pick. Same thing with any top 5 pick. Alabama Tide says Christ saves with stream. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, bruh. Brandon says, "What up, TD? Can I drop Sutton? Thinking for Fields. I have Collar though. Collar doesn't look good right now and playing San Francisco. Well, see you, man. You got to keep rolling with Collar, man. He gonna have bad games, bruh. He gonna have bad games. Don't get now. If you want to pick up Fields, pick up Fields. But don't pick up Fields, man, to go through this cycle where, hey, will Collar play good? Like, you just, hey, sometimes quarterbacks might go out there for 2 bad games. Shit, sometimes it can be 3. Usually, it's not no more than the 3 bad. If they good, it's usually not gonna be more than 3 bad games. Look at Jared Goff. He's killing it, but he ain't had no 30, 40 point games. But he's still good. Nobody wants to drop him. And everybody know that he's gonna have his games. Same thing with Collar, man. He's gonna be fine. He's going to run around and make plays. You don't want, as long as he's not hurt, right? So, but definitely, if you want to pick up Fields, pick him up. But know what you're going to have to do. Be ready to make your start and sits decision. Don't start him up and then I don't know what I'm doing. I just picked Fields up because he was out there on the waivers. No, you pick Fields up and have a plan to pick him up. Other than that, keep Collar. But if you got a plan or you want to play defense, pick up Justin Fields. But don't be so volatile when it comes to Kyler Murray. I mean, you tell me one quarterback that hasn't had like a down game or down couple weeks. I mean, Lamar had 4 average weeks last year. I never got off of him. People came and said, "TD, man, Lamar ain't got it, man." And I end up winning my league because of Lamar. So I just want to be able to put that in your head. That's why I tell guys not to drop players like so quickly, right? Let's see. Alabama Todd says, okay, here we go. Yeah, Alabama Todd says low-key Pickens. Yeah, I don't know if you're probably being funny, but just to talk about Pickens, man, I think Pickens is growing. I think he's trending up. He's gonna be on my skyrocketing video. He's getting better, man. Him and Justin Fields is getting on the same page. Harambe says, would you say B. John is overhyped in the NFL or underused? His usage is super confusing to me. They ain't using Pitts either. I'm gonna say neither. I think he playing the role that Atlanta Falcons is wanting him to play. They already had Algier. I think it just depends on what team is going to use him. Like, if you see Jahmyr Gibbs on some teams, they might give Jahmyr Gibbs 25 carries, but how long does it take for him to get injured and be out for multiple weeks? That's why you don't want. That's what they trying to be careful with, and I understand it. But I know how running backs are used, and then when it gets colder, they're gonna lean more on the running backs. But it's early in the season. Why would you wear a guy down in like week 5 and 6? Like, most of the time, you want to start, giving these guys a boatload of carries, kind of like at the end of the year. And then sometimes you still want to be careful with that, especially with the playoffs coming. Like Derrick Henry, they're gonna try to make sure Derrick Henry stays fresh as the season goes on because they don't want to overuse him either. So you just got to be careful. I think Bijan is Bijan. When I watch him, and I watch him per target, per carry, he looks great. It's just how much volume. That's what it's about. I'm okay with putting him in and just plugging him there, and I'm good. No matter if he give me 8 points or 28 points, I'm okay with it because I know he's going to have his games. Great question though. He said they ain't using Pitts either. Man, I don't know, man. They don't know how to use Pitts. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and know what the hell's going on with Pitts. Alabama says, should I start Richardson or Baker? So these questions. You got to go with Baker. But this is what I'm going to tell you. If you go with Baker, you can't feel bad about Anthony Richardson outscoring him the next week. You might say, well, that's why I'm asking you. You're not asking me that because I don't want no part of that. And I know I'm not getting on, work with me here, Alabama Todd. I'm not like coming at you. What I'm saying is, this is what I go through on a weekly basis. TD, what do you think about, just think about week 2. TD, what do you think about Jamar Chase? Should I play Mike Evans or Jamar Chase? I'm going to be like, bruh, you got to play Jamar. And if you don't play Jamar and he boom, don't be mad and say, well, I played the wrong move. So if you play Baker Mayfield and Anthony Richardson outscores him, that's what can happen. That's why, you know what I do on my teams? I don't have no Baker. I just put Anthony Richardson out there and play him every single time and work on my team. And if I want to get rid of Anthony, I just put him on my bench. It's no decision making. I'm going to play somebody else because he's not ready. I'm not even want to ask anybody if I want to play him. And I want y'all to be able to make those decisions. Like, at least know you might want to get my input on it, but you be like, oh, I know where Richardson is. He's going to come along. If he don't, it's okay. I'm going to start Baker right now. That's how you got to be clear cut what you're going to do. You got to be on it. You can't be like, should I start Richardson? Oh, Richardson went off. Wow. Bang. Man, why did I start him? Oh, wow. You don't play fantasy that way. Play fantasy. I'm starting Richardson. I started Richardson and I still won in the league. I can show y'all. And it was one league that I lost because I started Richardson. I don't give a damn. I'm playing Richardson. So that's what I want. So right now, bro, you got to be Baker, but do not drop Richardson. Do not be surprised if Richardson start breaking out. Old Texas. He says Dallas needs a new quarterback and a running back. I agree with that. I would look. We signed Dak, so he's part of the community, so I'm good with that. I didn't want him to sign Dak, but they did. We need a running back. I don't know why they didn't draft no running back. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. Barkler Game says you were wrong about Garrett Wilson. You need to put respect on DBs. You should know better. No. I'm glad. I'm so glad. See, let me tell you this, Barkler. All you are doing, you're not looking at my process of why he's starting these guys. I'm never going to sit my studs, bro. You don't know that yet? I won't sit. I could be playing Tim Patrick, and that's my number 1 wide receiver, and Deion Sanders is on him, and I won't sit him. So if you're looking for somebody to tell you to sit Garrett Wilson caliber players, then you're going to have to go to another channel. I'm not doing it. And I show you my team. I don't bench. But if you drafted Garrett Wilson to be your guy, that's on you. That's on you. You drafted Garrett Wilson. You want me to tell you to sit him so you can come back and tell me you was wrong about Garrett Wilson. You was wrong about Garrett Wilson. I told you. Wait a minute. Oh, actually, Garrett Wilson did play bad. Oh, you was wrong. Oh, and then he played good. Oh, you was wrong. You just volatile. You just waiting for me to say boo boo ma na na. Oh, he didn't say it right. You waiting for a mistake. You waiting on a mistake. You ain't Garrett Wilson, bro. You start Garrett Wilson every week. Start Amon-Ra. Matter of fact, wait a minute. Amon-Ra had wait a minute. I want to see who Patrick Surtain is playing because I want y'all to sit y'all studs when he play. I want y'all to sit y'all studs when they play Patrick Surtain. Don't listen. I'm telling you, don't listen to these guys out here. They ride the waves like I'm not even gonna get into that. But you know what we call people who you know what you riding. Oh, you sitting around waiting to let me move on, man, because I don't wanna get off. But anyway, No, I'm starting my studs. I'm starting my studs. User 279 says, around me, B John got me a little nervous, not gonna lie. Guys, you shouldn't get why you can't get nervous off of a couple games. What you think these running backs are gonna go for 500 yards? Derrick Henry started off slow. Look what he did week 1. Just be patient, guys. It's okay. It's okay. I don't care what a Dr. Duck. I don't care what no fantasy expert said, bruh. That's for them. Did you know what fantasy good sports is about? I don't give a damn what no expert is saying. Exactly. Don't even put that in the chat. These guys are low level thinking. They can't play. That's why they on here on another channel talking about what somebody else should have did, looking for who right or wrong. Don't even say nothing to him. You know why would you drafted Garrett Wilson in the beginning of the second rounds to play matchups with him? That's why I eat breakfast with people like that when it comes to fantasy football. Look at my record. I'm 3-1 about all my leagues. I might out of 16 leagues, I'm 3-1 in like 70% of them. And I can go show you two in the live. But anyway, they don't know, bro. Let me see here. Sarah says, should I trade A-Chain or hold? I will hold on A-Chain. I will hold on A-Chain. You got to be patient. Now, you don't got to start him, but I'll be patient. User 279 says PPR, he ain't been over 16 points. Who you talking about, user? What player ain't been over 16 points? Let me see here. Okay, Rami says, for real, I just don't get, it's clearly talented. He's clearly talented over B. John. Yeah, but it's not about talent, man. They just want, it's about a game plan. They want to be able to implement both guys and keep their running backs healthy. User 279 says, Breach got Braylon Allen looking over his shoulder too. Right. Facts. Mr. Grapefruit says, would you trade Zach Moss, DK Metcalf, and Cole Kmet for their Justin Jefferson and Tucker Kraft? Would you trade Zach Moss, DK Metcalf, and Cole Kmet for their Justin Jefferson and Tucker Kraft? Yes, I would. And I don't know the rest of your team, but you trading Zach Moss, DK Metcalf, and Cole Kmet. So hopefully DK is your number 2 wide receiver. Zach Moss is a borderline like bench play guy that you can play in any spot. And Cole Kmet is outside the top 12 tight end. And you getting Justin Jefferson to consolidate to make sure that you can start Justin Jefferson every week. Hell yeah, I'll make that move. Now, if DK is your number 1 wide receiver and you're going to have a lot of chopped liver after you trade him, you're just going to have Justin Jefferson and nobody else, I wouldn't make that move. But if DK is just your number 2 wide receiver, yes, I'll make that. Appreciate that, Mike Shamhart. 199 super chat. Appreciate that, bruh. Arami says, this is just such a weird year. Running backs and kicker laugh out loud. What is it? 2024? User 279 says, even if CMC come back, it's not guaranteed what you're going to get from him. Facts. Caleb, user 279 says, Caleb Williams not looking too good, bruh. Yeah, listen, I don't got no Caleb Williams. I just want to be, but I get that you might have him. Like, guys, I try. So listen, this one, I'm gonna keep it real with you. A lot of you got players that I never told anybody to draft. You got a lot of players. If you was watching me, you would have Lamar, Kyler Murray, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, Those are the only 4 quarterbacks that I can say, yeah, man, yeah, I told people. But drafting Caleb Williams for what now? If you got a stacked team, man, just pivot off of them. Because you should have drafted Caleb Williams when you waited late. If you drafted Caleb Williams because you so high off for the sauce, oh, Caleb Williams, that's on you. I didn't draft none of him. But I do think if you got him, I'm trying to teach you how to manage when you draft these type of guys. Same thing with Garrett Wilson. I think I took Garrett Wilson in one league. And the reason why, because he failed to me in the second round, right? At the 2-3, 2-4 turn. So I took him. But I'm not on no Garrett Wilson. I never running no Garrett Wilson like that. So I know what Garrett Wilson is. When he's going through this, I'm teaching you how if you draft these guys, you don't want other people picking them up and using them against you. So you got to be a little bit patient. So with Caleb Williams, you're just gonna have to be patient or get off of him because it's gonna look like that. It's gonna be up and down. Look how C.J. Stroud looked. C.J. Stroud didn't have no 300 yards early in his rookie year. He had some down games. He had a couple 140, 150 yard games. A couple. So you just got to be patient with these guys. Brandon says, can I drop Andrews or Likely? Need a tight end that actually score points. So listen, I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to give it to you straight up. You can move on from Likely. I'm not moving on from Likely. Not telling you to. I'm just telling you, wait, listen, and I know a lot of times I won't even tell y'all because you can't compute it. And then you want to know, TD, you ain't talked about, yes, I did talk about him. I got Likely. I'm playing Likely every week. I'm 3-1 in that league, 4-0 in one league on Yahoo. Because it's an evolving door with tight ends. No tight ends being consistent. So I don't think Mark Andrews and Likely is hurting you, but I do not want to drop no Mark Andrews. But you can drop Likely. You definitely can drop Likely. But don't drop Andrews. Yeah, this dude want to sit here and tell me all the other experts said it. I don't give a damn what an expert is saying. They ain't better than me. I said what I said. Don't you want to condemn me about Malik Neighbors? You want to condemn me about Braylon Allen? Do you want to condemn me about Saquon Barkley? What did the experts say about Saquon Barkley? I'm waiting. I'm with that same energy. I'm waiting. What did the experts say? Man, Jalen Hurts is gonna snipe all his carries. Malik Neighbors, he ain't that good. He ain't better than Breach. Come on now, make it make sense. And now you want to come around and wait for, he farted. Yep, I told you he was human. He farted. Come on, man, get the hell out of here with that weak stuff, bruh. Let me see here. These are facts. And guys that ain't got nothing to do with this, don't take this person. This ain't got nothing to do with you. But sometimes you got to talk to the trolls because sometimes people might not say it, but they believe some of the stuff what the trolls say. So you have to express yourself and put everybody on the same page. These are facts. It's Peace TD. You think the Chiefs lean on Kelsey and Rice being out? Not that much, but I think Kelsey will be a better tight end. But bro, they want to save him for real. That's another one. Don't know. Hey guys, where all the Kelseys and Mark Andrew trolls? The one I said don't draft Travis Kelsey in the first round. Don't draft Laporta. Not Kelsey, but don't draft Kelsey early. Don't draft Laporta early. Don't draft Mark Andrews early. Come on. What did the experts say on that one? Oh, you ain't got nothing to say now. Let me scroll down and see if I see you saying something. I don't see you saying nothing. Told them, man, they weak, man. It's all good, but I like. That's what makes me who I am. I gotta address it a little bit, guys. If not, I'd be like a robot. I just be on here reading the next question, moving. Y'all need a show, right? You want to come here just for me to put on the show and be entertained a little bit. And so I try to entertain you. So when they start saying stuff like that, and when I know that I got the highest hit rate in the whole fantasy football community when it comes to Saquon, Braylon Allen, all these guys that I didn't hit on, you can't tell me shit right now. And I'm still not the best because I ain't always right. Nobody's going to be always right in this. Loud, he says, would you trade Kyron and DJ Moore for Chase and Montgomery? Would you trade Kyron and DJ Moore for Chase and Montgomery? I'm going to say this, Loud. I'm going to say this. Why? Why do you want to trade Kyron and DJ Moore? And I don't, bro. I'm not. I don't want to be like you, but I just like you. Kyron is good. Kyron is good. Now DJ Moore, no. So do you want to trade DJ Moore for somebody else? Yeah, that's what I would try to do. Why would you want to get rid of Kyron? Like that two for two, like, and you getting Chase and Montgomery? Like, I mean, I guess I would say Chase and Montgomery is better, but I don't know if I want to give up Kyron. And DJ Moore is not going to suck all year. He's not going to be terrible all year. But I get it. Montgomery is being safe. Jahmyr Gibbs' value is going to pick up as they get closer to the real fantasy football playoffs and also later in the season. Chase is balling right now. So we all know what Chase is. We don't have nothing to say about Chase. Chase is the best player in the draft. But I like Kyron. It's hard to find a running back that's getting the volume that Kyron is getting in the honey touches. I just don't want to tell you to give up that. Even for a great wide receiver. Running backs that getting the goal line touches, bro, that's premium in fantasy football. At this point in time, these guys, it has nothing to do with the draft now. You know what Kyron is and how he's getting the targets. I would hold on, but if you want to make that trade, because I get it, I gotta do all of this because I don't want y'all to say, well, TD, you said this. I want to explain why I'm saying it. Chase and Montgomery, because Chase is the best player. Yes, that's the best side. I don't know if I want to give up Kyron. So if you're ready to give up Kyron, then go for the Chase and Montgomery. I think it's an okay trade. Stacy, appreciate you. These are facts that seem like Pittman and Downs have more value with Flacco, and we know that. That's how it's going to be. But that was about to be a Pittman game with AR. That's how it's going to be, bro. Listen, Pittman, guys, I've been trying to tell y'all to hold on to Pittman. It's not going to be great every week. That I didn't draft Pittman to be great. Now, if he was being great like a Nico Collins every week, I would take it. But I'm okay with him having down games because I know they want to get him the ball. They not going out there and saying, Pittman, you can't play. No, he making too much money. He's too good of an athlete. So I'm okay with Pittman because I got him as a wide receiver 3. Now, if you have him as a wide receiver 2, I can understand why you're angry. He's going to be fine as a wide receiver 3. Put him out there in the flex and let him play. Joe Flacco, if Joe Flacco gets out there, then he's going to really boom through the roof, right? We seen what Joe Flacco did for Amari Cooper and David Njoku. So he's going to do that for Pittman and also Downs. But I think Downs and Pittman will be okay with AR. AR is getting better. He's a rookie. You got to give him time. Now, if you don't have the time, you shouldn't have drafted that type of guys. You don't take guys with risk. Because you see how people that drafted Travis Kelce and Pat Mahomes, they struggling. They ain't getting no boom either. User 279 said, you don't want to kill the young guy's confidence. Okay, right. Ice Cold OG Jones says, should I pick up Sermon, Justice Hill, Downs, Wicks, or CEH in waiver priority order? I think I did that one already in the chat, but I'll do it again. I'm going to say Downs. Wicks. Justice Hill and Sermon. So I would pick up Downs first, and then I would go to Wicks. It's between those two. I'm not picking up no Sermon. I don't think Sermon is going to go out there and actually get you a touchdown in game for the Indianapolis Colts. Sermon is not a good running back in the NFL far as a guy that can make people miss. So I would go and try to pick up Downs or Wicks and then Justice Hill. I see you, Big Will. What's up, bro? Harami says, what do we think about Zay Flowers? I'm worried about them not using as much because King Henry is balling. They just look like a power running team again. Right, bruh. I knew this could happen. I'm playing Zay every week, man. It's just gonna be that. They not gonna give nobody I still think Lamar Jackson is going to throw for more yards than he ever threw in the history. Now, listen, what could happen is and this is what I think you're saying. Derrick Henry could take over this team. I'm saying that's like a 10%, 20% because they're going to have to play some really good teams that's going to try to take Derrick Henry away. But Derrick Henry could go and put this team on his back like he did at Tennessee and run for 2,000. He could do it. And then the Lamar numbers and other people's numbers are not going to be that great. Yes, that could happen, bro. But I wouldn't count on it. I would not drop Zay. I wouldn't start making moves for that. I would just pay attention to that. Kevo says, glad I stashed Chase Brown before this breakout game last week. Do you think he'll be a valuable flex this week? Bruh, I don't know about being valuable, but I say these type of guys, you have to just put him in the flex and let him play. Who knew that he was going to break out this week? You just got to put him in. So Chase Brown, what I've been doing, bruh, he's been my RB2 almost every week or flex. I just been putting him in. It was a couple leagues that I did not have him in because I got really good teams. And that's okay. I might supersede him over a couple guys this week. Like I might supersede him over Tyler Lockett or somebody like that, right? But other than that, man, you just got to put these guys in and let them play. You can't say, well, they're not good against pass catching running backs, and they do this and they do this and they do this. So it's a perfect opportunity for Chase. That doesn't happen. That's why I'm never sitting my studs. Because I catch boom games from guys that nobody else. I caught a boom game from Isaiah Likely week 1. Why? Because I put him in and played him. And going to continue to play him in certain leagues. Unless I got a whole, like I'm not going to play him over Brock Bowers when I know Brock is getting an uptick in carries and Devontae Adams is leaving, uptick in catches. But yeah, man, just put these guys in and play them. I think Chase Brown is a flex start every week. Van D says trade Garrett Wilson for Devontae Adams. Yes, and you can do that if you want to. I like Garrett Wilson. I actually had a friend of mine to tell me that he want to trade Garrett Wilson because he believed if Devontae Adams get there, it's going to hurt Garrett Wilson numbers. But I actually like Garrett Wilson not being in so much of a premium role. I think the guy's very talented. They got to get the guy the ball. The general manager going to make sure that they get in this guy the ball. Now he had a tough matchup. He could have hit for a big play. They tried to give him some plays. He just didn't hit. But I think if you are 3-1 or 4-0, to get Devontae Adams on your team would be a great move. So yeah, I'm okay with doing that trade in a vacuum. That's all the knowledge I have. But in a vacuum, yes. User 279 says Addison may be the best wide receiver. You facts, User 279. Facts. I said that. I think I've been saying that for a while. I think he is. I'm not gonna say he's the best, like talented, but he's gonna be the best fantasy football wide receiver too, over Devontae Smith, guys that I thought was really good. I love Devontae Smith, but the Rage Sam Darnold playing, I think Addison is the best wide receiver too in the NFL. All right, let me get back to my spot. Okay. Okay, Damo says, my boy, what's good, homie? I need a wide receiver 1, and I got Dobbins on the trade block. I still got Kamara and A-Chain. My boy, what's good? I need a wide receiver 1, and I got Dobbins on the trade block. I say, man, try to get a Xavier Leggett. I don't know what wide receiver for you to trade for. If we did a consultation, I could sit down and we could go through all the teams that's in your league, and I could find you a guy that you could concentrate in and try to get back. Other than that, bro, I'm gonna tell you to go try to get a Xavier Leggett or somebody. That's a guy that's on the waivers. Sometimes, man, you can't find nobody in the trade. You just got to keep working the waivers until something open it up. I think a Xavier Leggett is coming up, is trending up. Maybe you can go get Garrett Wilson. Right? Maybe you can or maybe people feel like they saying in the chat about Garrett Wilson. Maybe you can go get Garrett Wilson. Other than that, bro, the guys, I think it's like I love Malik Neighbors. There was a couple other guys that I really like. That time has kind of passed by. That time has kind of passed by. So Big Will, I wanna say this. So he says TD is the only one to show receipts. Right. I showed my 5 championships last year. I showed my 5 championships and how I do it and why I don't drop players and why I would play Amon-Ra St. Brown against Deion Sanders. Let's just say that, right? I'm not even gonna talk about Patrick Surtain because it doesn't matter about who he is. But he says there's only one to show receipts. No other channel has yet to get back to me when I asked him for proof. Experts laugh out loud, right, bro? And tell me, how did I get back to you? What did I show you, Big Will? Did I show you my championships or my lineups? What did I show you? JP says traded away Walker for Olave and Shaheed last week before the 30 bomb. How you feel about it? Bruh, JP, don't be up and down about it. Guys, y'all know better. I love y'all. But y'all know better than to be talking about a trade that you made a week before and then the guy goes off for a lot of points and now you feeling bad. Do not do that shit, guys. That's not fantasy. That's some type of rocket science, right? This shit is easy. It's fun. It's fun. And I'm saying it, listen, I do think can watch players at practice and come away with something. Maybe all of you can't do that, but we all watch the same game and we all got the same knowledge when it comes to just sitting down and watching the game. Don't sit there and follow these results. Kenneth Walker had a good game. That's good. That's okay. You traded away, so evidently he wasn't for you. Because the way I see guys like brother, I'm gonna give you an example, JP. You traded away Walker. I'm not trading away or dropping no Isaiah Likely. The reason why, because what if Likely goes off for a 30 bomb? I got him. Now, if I trade away Likely and he goes off for 50, I don't care. I'm done with him. I moved on. Guys gonna have good games when you trade them. They gonna do that. But hopefully you got the guy for the fourth quadrant that's gonna help you win the league. That's the point. So you was basically thinking that Olave and Shaheed was gonna be balling. I like Shaheed, but I'm not trading for no Olave. But that's not the point. We're not getting in here, or you shouldn't have been on that player, because I don't do that. That's kind of bullshit. Like when people, you shouldn't have drafted. I do that sometimes because I don't have any other thing to say. Because I'm like, bro, I'm not drafting that dude at all. I don't give a damn how good he is, or what they saying about him. But man, it's fine. You got Olave and Shaheed. Eric Carr looks decent. He looks good. I think he's gonna be a top 12 quarterback this year. At least he can get the guys the ball. Olave and Shaheed's gonna be okay, and Olave is coming along. He's coming along. So hopefully you needed wide receivers. Hopefully when you traded Walker, you already had good running backs, so you didn't get a running back. So you good, bro. Don't worry about that. That's the pass. Let that pass go, bro. Let's see here. Ronaldo, he said my running backs, Jets, KW, my wide receivers, Malik, Jordan, Terry McLaurin. Who should I go with? 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. Thank you, bro. Okay, so your 2 running backs should be Jordan Mason. Okay, I'm going to tell you this now. Okay, there you go. So you need Jordan Mason, got to start. KW3, got to start. And Breach Hall got to start. Bruh, if you don't want to start Breach and you putting them up where, should I start him? You got to trade him immediately. Or wait till 1 week and get rid of him. If you going to put him there, bruh. That's why I said Garrett Wilson, I got about 8-9 players. I'm never going to put him on like, should I start him? I'm never going to do that with him because I drafted him. I believe in him. If you drafted, there's no way you should draft Breach and don't believe in him. I don't even like Garrett Wilson, and I draft him. I'm going to start him. So if you got Breach Hall, you got to start him. So I'm going to tell you, Breach, KW3, and Jordan Mason. That's your 2 running backs in the flex. The 2 wide receivers should be, it's tough. I'm going to go with Jordan Addison. And it's a tie between McLaurin and Deontay Johnson. I would say Deontay slightly over McLaurin because Deontay is playing out of his mind right now. He's then had 2 top, 7 weeks. So I will put Deontay over McLaurin. I love McLaurin. McLaurin is one of my guys. I love McLaurin. Like, if you got Garrett Wilson and you want to get to McLaurin, I get that. Maybe you can get a little bit more, but I love McLaurin. McLaurin is going to eat. I've been telling y'all that. Y'all was talking about, McLaurin, he's not playing good. I've been on McLaurin from the beginning. Like, once they got rid of Jahan Dotson, McLaurin was going to be a breakout to me regardless. So I never tilted or, oh my God, I don't know what to do. He's not playing good. I knew what Terry can be. So I'm going to say Deontay and Jordan Addison. But you could go with McLaurin. You can play any of those 3 guys with any type of way. You can play Addison, McLaurin, or Deontay Johnson. I'm going to leave that up to you. Great question though, Renato. Nino says, I might sound crazy, but I'm worried Kelsey won't actually stay at this level and go back to how it used to be. Is it stupid to move him right now at his peak? No, it's not. But once you move him, be okay with it and get you something good to go with your team so you can win. He's going to be up and down. He's not worried about no damn fantasy, bro. He's worried about a Super Bowl ring. He's worried about Taylor Swift. So actually, it's Taylor Swift then a Super Bowl ring. That's what it. No, it's Super Bowl ring then Taylor Swift. That's what he's worried about because Taylor Swift is going to stay because of the Super Bowl ring. I said what I said. I always tell men, guys, you don't got no money, you ain't got no honey. You don't got no money, you don't get no honey. So women gonna come when you winning. You can fart. They be like, he just farted. All humans fart. You ain't got no money. Man, you over here stinking and shit. You ain't working out. You farting. They just want to get rid of you. Right? So right now, Travis Kelce done won a Super Bowl. He can't do no wrong in the eyes of Taylor. So only thing that Travis Kelce is worried about is Super Bowl rings and Taylor Swift. He's not worried about no fantasy points. So he's going to be volatile. So if you want to trade him for another tight end or another position, that's okay. But don't be looking back behind you because he's had a big week 2-3 weeks later. Don't worry about that. So make sure you get what you need though to move forward. You're not crazy, Nino. Nifty, what's up, bruh? He said, would you use your number one waiver wire on Fields with AR dealing with an injury? Are you in Superflex, Nifty? If you in Superflex, Nifty, yes. If you in single quarterback league, no, I would not use my number one waiver priority on Fields. I would try to find another quarterback if I could. Why AR is dealing with an injury. If he's got an injury, Joe Flacco is the guy. Joe Flacco is that dude with AR dealing with an injury. I'm not saying Joe Flacco is better than Lamar, but he might be like, man, you see what he did last year? He had like a 400-yard game and 350-yard games. Like he was eating. All of a sudden, Njoku broke out. Amari Cooper went for 70 points. Like it's crazy. So Joe Flacco's gonna be okay if but I wouldn't spend the number one waiver priority on him. I think you can stream quarterbacks. I want you to. What I'm trying to get you to say that waiver priority for, what if Aaron Jones goes down for multiple weeks or out for the season and Todd Chandler is on your waivers? I want you to go use that number one waiver priority to go pick up Todd Chandler. I don't want you to use it on a quarterback when there's a bunch of guys out there, Andy Dalton, who's having good games here and there. So that's why I would say hold on to it. But in Superflex, in Superflex, you got to use it. In Superflex, hell yeah, go use it. But if it's not Superflex, and then they talking about Russell, last night Wilson coming back. If you use that on Fields and then Russell comes in and takes over because they lose to Dallas, you're gonna be pissed and I will be pissed. So I would say hold on to that number one waiver priority. Nino says, was offered Gibbs, Ferguson, Ayuk for my Kelsey, James Cook, and Deontay. You was offered Gibbs and Ferguson and Ayuk for my Kelsey. No, you ain't getting rid of no James Cook and Deontay Johnson. Not for that. Look, I like Gibbs. Okay, I was like, okay, I'm on it with Gibbs. And then they went tight end. Nope, don't let nobody throw no tight end in and you on no deal with the way they scoring just to try to say it's fair. You don't want no Ferguson. You want Gibbs and like another player better than Ayuk if you're going to give up Cook and Deontay. Deontay is a top 5 wide receiver right now, if I'm not mistaken. James Cook just had a bad game. He was balling. He's still going to be getting used every week. So I would say no. I think you can get something a little bit better than Ferg. Tell him to take out Ferg and give you something else. And you can go stream a tight end. I got to try to get all this water in my system, guys. Been at work in that damn hot-ass lab. Derek, what's going on, Derek? He said, who do you prefer as your quarterback, Fields or Richardson, for the rest of the season if they both stay healthy? Richardson? I prefer Richardson. Big Will in the house. I say Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. He says lost Puka and then Rashid in one league. Next man up. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I wish I had a soundboard. I would give a shout out to my boy Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you look at it, guys. He lost Puka. He said, and I lost Rashid Rice. Next man up. That's what fantasy is about. They're going to go down. Now, listen, I guess y'all can say, TD, you won't let me have emotions? I just want to go through the emotions with you, man. I get it. I'm sorry. I get it. Right? But I want to get in y'all head that I don't give a damn if my whole lineup go down. I don't care nothing about no tour going down. I'm still going to win a championship. And if I don't, it is what it is. I'm gonna show it to y'all. I'm not going to hide it. I got two teams where I got the Dolphins. I got Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, and Devon A-Chain. And I won in league. I won with AR giving me 5, and I won with backup quarterbacks with Bo Nix as my quarterback. I squeaked it out because I got other good teams. I got other good players. I got Malik Neighbors, AR St. Brown. My team's still stacked. We're gonna weather this storm. You ain't gonna keep me in talking about the world is flat. I'm traveling across the world to see what's out there. I'm not scared. I'm going down with the ship. I'm not staying over here broke. I'm trying to get rich. So I'm gonna go out and discover. Right? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Go down with the ship. Don't be scared. You good. S. Green said, you still likely is going to be a top tight end? Yes, I still do. Now listen, what's going on is Derrick Henry. They don't need to lean on that passing game. And what I was trying to tell Harambe's like earlier in the live, I don't think Derrick Henry, if he does, guys, I would tell you I was wrong. I did not know that Derrick Henry was going to come on this team and beat a 2,000-yard Derrick Henry. He could do that. And the way it looked last week, it looks like that's probably what they're going to do. I don't think so. They still going to need likely. Now, what I don't want you to do is keep holding on to likely, waiting for this boom game that's not going to even help you win a championship. So if you have to move on, that's fair. Me, I didn't draft any tight ends in one league, the league that I'm playing likely, and I'm just rolling them out there, and I got other good players around them, right? I got great players. I got Amon-Ra, Tyreek, A-Chain, Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson. I got great players around them, but I'm not, I think I still like likely. But don't sit out there and wait on him, man, to have some boom game. If you can move on, bro. But if you like likely, you like what he is, you like you think he's going to manifest in this offense, then hold on to him. The power is yours. I don't think he's no longer a must hold. He's no longer that. He said, and do you still think Lamar is going to have 4,500 yards? Yes, as in week 4 right now. Could that change in 2 weeks when Derrick Henry keep going for 150 yards and Lamar throwing for 150? Yes, it could change. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all that now. I'm not going to say that and I'm like, guys, I was wrong. Somebody say, hey, Titty, you said that Lamar. I did, and I'm wrong. I'm humble about if I'm wrong on that. I still think Lamar going for 4,500. They got to have him there. They not going to let Derrick Henry beat him. But if they do, hey, I have to go and says Joe Flacco loves Josh Downs. Josh Downs is on waivers. How about Josh Downs long term? I love Josh Downs long term. Far as being a good wide receiver for this team. Yes, you can play him in a full PPR league. You got to pick him up. I wouldn't spend the number 1 waiver priority on him, but if I needed a wide receiver, my wide receiver room was trashy. Say I had Puka and Cooper Kupp, and then my next best wide receiver is Tutu. Hell yeah, I'm going to get Josh Downs with my number 1 waiver priority because them boys ain't coming back for 3 to 4 weeks, and by the time I wait, I won't have the number 1 waiver priority won't mean shit. Sometimes, guys, don't y'all know y'all can sell? I'm gonna put y'all on game. You can sell the number 1 waiver wire ad. All you got to do is go to a guy. And you see a player that you want, say you want Travis Kelce, but he need a running back, and say he need Trey Sermon. You can say, listen, man, I'll pick up Trey Sermon for you, but I need you to do Kelce. He said, okay, well, you get so what you do, you go to the league commissioner, you say, hey, listen, I got something for you, but just can't be like, you can't talk to anybody about it, and you can't go to this move. And the commissioner he's gonna have to, okay. And you tell him, say, listen, if I go out and get this guy, you got to hold him accountable to make the trade, and he can go and trade you Travis Kelce, and you can give him Trey Sermon. That's how you can sell the #1 waiver priority too. Just want to put y'all up on game. But you got to have a commissioner that's very he's straight up. He's not on no bullshit, and he's gonna hold everybody accountable. You got to be in a good league. It ain't for everybody because you could tell the commissioner and he could go out there and take your player. Don't let you got to let him know before you tell him what you're doing. You got to let him know that none of that's allowed before I tell you what we're about to do. He says, worth the first picks. I was 2-1 in third place, lost this week and dropped to 8th. Now 2-2. Hurts failed me. Right. Hurts. Hey, I traded Hurts for AR in the Dynasty League. Hurts is going to be okay. His 2 weapons is coming back after this bye week. So he's going to be fine. He's going to be throwing that ball to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. So he's going to be fine. Let me see. Let me read this through this again. Josh Downs is on waivers. How about Josh Downs? I love Josh Downs long term. Just don't spend the #1 waiver priority on him. He's not worth the first pick. Yeah, so yeah, bro, you fine, you straight, you good. Yeah, 2-2 is you good, bro. I started 2-2 in a bunch of leagues and won championships in last year. Nifty says, I don't know, Fields looking good. Yes, Fields is looking good. Robert's laughing because I think I was talking junk to Dr. Duck. He says, bro, all the fantasy experts said to sit Garrett Wilson. Go look for yourself. Them boys are looking for us. They don't care. It's like, TD, so you standing on that? Is that your strategy? If they had any type of intellect, they would say, oh, you know what's going to happen, but you still going to start them. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to tell you, Garrett Wilson's going to go for 45. I promise you. That's not what I said. I'm saying you never sit your studs for nobody. That's what my point is. So for me to try to sit a stud all of a sudden, it's kind of crazy. Unless he go wide receiver 3. I'm not Robbie says you don't draft Garrett Wilson to bench him. Facts. Mr. G says drop J JA. I don't know who's JA. Guys, who is JA? Who is JA? Raw guy says, should I be worried about Breach? And if so, should I trade him? Yes. Raw guy, I told people earlier that you should be trading Breach Hall. Now I do think I did rank him in my top 5, but I already had Braylon Allen backing him up early in the year. Not early, but like the first 2 weeks before we drafted, I went and got Braylon Allen. And Harami can tell you right now. Harami, hey, put it in the chat. What happened, bro, earlier when I drafted Breach and all of a sudden in the middle of the draft, I trade him for Malik Neighbors. I trade him for Malik Neighbors and go get Deontay Johnson and Rashid Shaheed. So I got 3 for 1. Well, actually, yeah, 3 players for 1. So I've been out. That's the type of moves. And everybody said what they saying now. Titty, you crazy. You do need them. They won't even come out and say nothing now. They running because they see what Breach is going through. You see him, Harami said, you got a lot of flack. I traded Breach. Now, I didn't sit there and say, oh, Breach is going to, I don't know, but I just didn't like it. I made my decision. If Breach would have been the #1, I'd have went down with that. I'm okay with that. So, should I be worried about Breach? And if so, should I trade him? Yes. I think you should trade Breach, but don't get pennies on the dollar. I would like you to try to get Saquon. You probably can't do that. You probably can't get Saquon. Man, I don't know, man, what to tell you, what to do. We just gonna have to figure it out. Maybe I could sit down and do some more research and do a video on that. But I still think Breach will be okay. He's still gonna have some good games. But that window might have missed, man, for you to get the value that you need. There you go. Harami says try to get Kyron. Okay, maybe. I don't know, man, because I know I'm not doing it. You can't tell me to trade Breach for nobody. I'm not doing it. So it's hard for me to try to think, well, who would I do Breach for? I won't do it for nobody. So Kyron, if you can get Kyron, hell yeah, do that. Yes, I would do that. Knowing that Kyron is volatile. Knowing that Kyron is volatile. I want to go ahead and read this out real quick because not to pat myself on the back, But Jordan Pillar says, God bless you, TD. Keep doing what you doing, bruh. Keep trailblazing with your knowledge and expertise, champ. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, guys, my phone, I got about 15, 20 minutes probably left on my phone. So if you want to get your question in, I'm gonna try to speed up a little bit. So I apologize if it's been taking me a while, but I want to make sure I break these down. I think y'all like for me to expand on stuff. It gives you, sometimes I'm long-winded, but I think y'all like to know that. Y'all just don't want to say this, right? Kenny says, A-Chain come back. Bruh, he coming back. It's tour. It's a package deal. Right, Arambi. Facts. Right. Jordan Pillar says, reinforce your team. Tyreek is a stud. Don't doubt him. Just wait on it. Facts, Jordan. Rami says, people are panicking. It's week 5. Right. Don't panic, guys. Don't panic. Mr. G says, drop J-Mo TD. No, don't drop J-Mo. That's what he is, bro. He was going look. Rashid Shaheed volatile. Rashid Shaheed gave me a 0. Guess what I did? I started him in 80% of my leagues, maybe in a couple leagues that I didn't start him in because I had better plays. But yeah, J-Mo, you got to start him for that couple opportunities or couple targets that he can boom or don't do anything. That's what J-Mo game is. So you got to play him. He said the target share is killing me. If you do drop, would you pick up Wicks, Rondell Robinson, or Leggett? Bro, do not drop no J-Mo. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how I play, and if you don't want to play that way, I respect that. No cap, for real, bro. You got to make a spot for J-Mo and put him there, and don't let nobody push him. And what I mean, you just got to put him in and say, I'm gonna play him because I know he can get a big play. And it might take you every 2 weeks, but guess what? You're gonna get that 30, 40 points. If you're looking for something consistent, then you should never drop J-Mo. Did you think J-Mo was going to out-target Amon-Ra St. Brown and Laporta every single week? No, he's not going to do that. He's just going to have his games. He might have a game where he get 10 targets. Then he might have a game where he get 1 target. It's all about the game script and what the defense is giving up. So I love to play J-Mo every week in my flex. Same thing I do with Rashid Shaheed. I love Leggett. Pick up Leggett or Rondell Robinson. I like Rondell Robinson, guys. He's gonna get hyper targeted. He's been caught like 8 balls the last 2 or 3 games. Wandale is safer than J-Mo. Leggett, I think, can come and have like a J-Mo role and be boomy, but not right now. He's not. So what I could tell you, if you want to trade J-Mo, yeah, trade him, but don't be benching him. You either got to trade him or play him because he's too boom to just sit on your bench. He basically is nothing if you put him on your bench because he's not going to be consistent no week. He's just always going to be boom or bust guy. You got to put these guys in. S. Green said, do you still like likely is going to be the tight end? Yeah, we did that one already. Who should I trade Breach for? We talked about Kyron Williams. I think Rami said you can get Kyron Williams. I'm not giving you Kyron Williams for him, but maybe somebody will, right? I love Malik Neighbors. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Or maybe because Malik got an injury. Would I do Chuba Hubbard and another player? Yes, I would do Chuba Hubbard and Xavier Worthy if you want to for that. I can see you doing that. But it's got to be somebody who's balling. I'm not getting him up for no chopped liver. I hold on to him and play him before I give him up. Jimmy's TV says, how do you think DFS is played, sir? You think the winning lineup had Wilson? I'm in cash game. I can't risk a stud putting up a goose egg. Bruh, DFS is way different than fantasy, bruh. Like private leagues. Bruh, don't you know when I'm playing, you think I had Garrett Wilson? And I had Garrett Wilson in like it was a 25-cent lineup. The reason why it was a contrarian play. But, bro, I know what Garrett Wilson is, and I know what DFS is. That's 2 different things, bro. You bringing in 2 different things, right? Bringing in 2 different things. So I'm not going to sit here and say that your strategy would not win. You can win a championship sitting Garrett Wilson. I'm not telling you. But what you trying to tell me, Jimmy, is how I should play. I ain't told you how to play not one time, bruh. And maybe I'm not, and I apologize if I'm like, I'm not coming at you, but we talking, we chopping it up. Bruh, that's how I'm going to play my team. You can play your team the way you want to play your team. If you want to sit Tyreek Hill because he ain't got no tour, that's fine. If you want to sit Garrett Wilson because he's going against a great corner, the best corner in the NFL right now, that's fine. I'm not doing it. That's all I'm saying, bruh. I'm not saying what you doing is dumb. I said I'm not doing it. That's all I'm saying. And I got a rhyme and a reason for it. I've seen too many times where guys was playing against elite guys and they sit them and they went off. Or they gave you better points than the backup that you was going to play. It's just 1 week. Now, I was in a fantasy football championship. I might, maybe sit something and make that type of move. Maybe. Or in the playoffs. Maybe, but probably 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to do that. Harami says, impressed with the rookies wide receiver Neighbors and MHJ. I wish MHJ was targeted more like Neighbors. You right on Neighbors. Right. Marvin Harrison Jr. is good too, but is he going to get the targets? That's what I was worried about. I think he's going to get targeted like Neighbors as the season goes on, but you got to weather the storm. That's just my 2 cents and my guess on that. Raga says Evans and Moss for A.J. Brown. Hell yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. If Evans is your wide receiver too, hell yeah, that's a great move, bruh. Kenny Fordell says you're a good players who don't score some weeks. It is what it is. You are a good players who. I'm trying to say you're a good player who don't score some weeks. It is what it is. Right. I don't know what that means, but I guess I see what you're saying. Good players don't score some weeks, right? And it is what it is. It doesn't make your team bad. It's not going to kill you because you started Garrett Wilson. If Garrett Wilson was the reason why you lost, and that's how you see it, you win for a long fantasy year. Derek says, your live streams is entertaining. Love it, man. Thanks. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. That's what I'll try to, bruh. Okay, exactly. Thank you, Kenny. That's what I was trying to say. Right. Vinny says, where are you ranking Kelsey rest of the season? Okay, I don't want to be too tedious. Far as ranking, just putting a ranking out, I got to put him in the top 5 because his potential scoring. But my heart and soul, number 9, I got Njoku over him. I got Trey McBride over him. I think I move Likely behind him at this point. I move Likely back. Likely was in my top 5. I think Likely like top 8, 9 right now. But I would rank Kelsey in a consensus way top 5. And my heart, which I don't know if that's what you are asking because it's 2 different types. Because I have to put on my consensus cap because I do provide content. I can't just tell y'all, bitch B John and cut him on your team and play Malik Neighbors. Like I can't tell you to do crazy stuff, like per se, even though I would do it for my team. For my team, I don't want Kelsey on my team. I'd rather just put Likely in for the boom than to be trusting Kelsey on a week in, week out. Now might be a little bit different. So let's see what happens since Rashid Rice may be out for the rest of the season. Kenny says, like the jackass in my leg that dropped Ferguson. Like the jackass in my league that dropped Ferguson. Right. Yeah, you can't drop Ferguson. Mike says, G, what you think of Philly's tight end after the wide receivers come back? Plus, what are you think for the New England tight end, Hunter Henry? I think you have to start him because the tight end position is so volatile. So just play him and start him. Is his value go down? Yes. But I remember I told y'all, if you get too scientific and too algorithm, you're going to miss what Dallas Goedert can be for your team. Of course, he's not going to get as many targets when Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown is there. But you still have to play him because it's no great tight ends. So I wouldn't even worry about that. If you got Dallas Goedert and you ain't got no better tight end, put him in there. It's that simple. I'm going to make it be simple. Occam Razor. Go look up Occam Razor. Go look up. I gotta get me some shirts and put Occam Razor on them because that's my template. I take complicated stuff and make it simple. Those are great teachers. You see these gurus that come in and teach you in boot camps. They taking complicated stuff and making it simple. And are they right with everything? Like when you got a person who trades stocks, they don't hit on every stock, but they stay true to what they do, and eventually it hits and they make a lot of money. That's what I do in fantasy. Do playing Garrett Wilson week 3 manifests into he going for 40 points? No. But if you keep doing what I'm saying I'm going to do, week 14, week 15, you're going to be the number 1 and number 2 seed ready to win a fantasy football championship. That's what I'm providing for you. I'm not providing you a weekly thing. I'm providing you the whole 17 weeks. Can you win a championship thing? Hunter Henry, I like him, but you can move on. Go just get the best guy that you think is the best guy and play him every week until you see something better. That's all I can tell you about tight end. Kenny says Ravens are a running team. It looks like that, Kenny. Hey, I'm not going to sit there and say you're wrong. It looks like that, but I think they're going to be a passing team. I think they're going to pass for more than what you think. I think Lamar going to have his games and Derrick Henry going to have his game. I don't think Derrick Henry going for 200 every week. Or let's say 100. I think it's going to be a couple games where he go for 75 and 60, and Lamar got to go and throw it to Zay and throw it to Bateman to win that game. And I think that's going to be more times than Derrick Henry rushing for 150. I could be wrong. We'll come back and revisit it. Harambe says, expert said to fade Kamara. Right. I was drafting Kamara in the 3rd, 4th round and all my mock drafts. I actually got a little bit nervous. If I knew it was going to be this, I probably would have moved him up a little bit, right? I would have moved him up to like, okay, at the turn from the 2nd and the 3rd, I'd have drafted him there. I was waiting to the 4th to get him. Experts, guys, like I say I'm an expert, but I'm not no smarter than anybody else. I do got an eye for looking at raw talent. Like if they out there catching the ball, who's the best player, I can say, well, he looks the best. I'm good at that. But saying that, oh, I know and this is going to happen, nobody knows that. You just got to go down, use your intellect of what you've seen, and go down with that shit. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I have a channel. Not saying I'm perfect. My mission statement is I'm perfect and I never grown. My mission statement is I'm 70%. And if I'm not, I would tell you that I'm not. And I go down with the ship. That's my mission statement. Kenny says, grab Clyde, man. Grab Oprah Winfrey. Listen. I was wrong about a couple players that have came from the bottom of the barrel and playing decent, but it's not making a big difference in fantasy. But when you say grab Clyde, Kenny, that's like me saying, like you telling me, hey man, go get I can't think of a name right now. I don't know. I can't think of the lady name right now. But no, I don't want. No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want CEH. He's taking up a spot on my bench. BG Bruh says, where you think Adams ends up, man? I think this is my heart talking. I'm gonna say the Cowboys. We need another wide receiver too. Our wide receiver 2 is Brandon Cooks and Jalen Tolbert. So I would say the Cowboys. Loud says, cause I got Tyreek and some okay receivers like Zay and DJ Moore and Pittman. Okay, I don't know the question early, Loud, but let me try to use some context clues because I can't scroll up. I don't want to lose my spot. But I guess I would say, okay, so you need to make a trade. I think that's what you're saying because I got Tyreek and some okay receivers like Zay and DJ Moore and Pittman. So you want to trade DJ Moore. Yeah, man. It's okay to get rid of. Now that I know what your wide receivers are, it's okay to trade DJ Moore because you got Tyreek, you got Zay, and you got Pittman. So you trying to level up at the DJ Moore spot? Yes. Hopefully that helps you, man. S. Green said, is he answering questions on YouTube or something else? I'm answering questions on YouTube, S. Green. All you gotta do is go to the chat. I'm not pulling them up so you can say they popping out because I'm on my phone. They need to bring that feature in where I can highlight the question that I'm talking about. Mike Shamhart says, also, G, What you think about Devontae Adams? Maybe trade to San Francisco. I don't think he's going to San Francisco. Woo! Adams wants out of Las Vegas. No, they want him out, and he wants out. Yeah, trying. I am trying, but hey, it's all good, bro. Don't let that be the deciding factor on our friendship, bro. That's why I don't tell a lot of people that I'm a Cowboy fan. It's like politics. Shh. I don't tell nobody if I'm a Republican or a Democrat or independent. I don't tell nobody that I'm a Cowboy fan or a Duke fan. Because people get funny. Tron says Adams to the Commanders. Oh, I like that, Tron. I like that. Last says, I feel you though about Kyron. I'm thinking the same. Okay. He says, what percent of fab are y'all spending on Chase Brown and Dontayvion Wicks in 12 minutes? So out of $100 on Chase Brown, I would spend $12 to $15 to make sure, because I'm always going to tell you to make sure to get them. I'm not going to tell you where I spent the perfect amount of money and I didn't overspend. Sometimes you got to overspend to secure the bag. To secure, don't skip over quarters and pick up pennies. So I'm gonna say 15, but would I spend $22, $23 if I haven't spent any fab? Yes, I would, to make sure I get Chase Brown. But I think a professional number out of 100 fab would be like 12. But I would go 20 to make sure that I get them. To make sure. Big Will says, what up, TD? I have Puka, Rice, Keenan Allen, and Christian Watson injured on my bench. Between the last three, who would you recommend dropping for Wicks and down? I have Puka, Rice, and Keenan Allen, and Christian Watson injured on my bench. Between the last three, who would you recommend dropping for Wicks and downs? It's got to be Christian Watson because you can pick him back up. You could drop Keenan Allen too, but Christian Watson, it's got to be Christian Watson. He's injured. So people, you can come back and pick him up if you can. If not, move on because I get it. Yeah, and then pick up downs. Definitely get downs first before Wicks. Kenny says, I could have told you guys Mahomes would suck. Right, and we talked about that, Kenny, all through the offseason. We're like, I don't want nothing to Now, I thought when they got Worthy, I started thinking, well, Mahomes going to have some good games. Because I knew he wasn't going to be type of targeting Travis. So I was like, well, it's got to be Worthy. And Worthy and Rashid Rice is going to be eating. Now, even Mahomes doesn't care. Like, we just going to do what we got to do to win the game. So, yeah, man. Jackson Baker says, currently 3-1. Got offered Puka for Zach Moss and Amari Cooper. How are we feeling? If you got enough bench spaces and a good enough team, hell yeah, I would take Puka for Zach Moss and Amari Cooper to stash that for later in the season. Hell yeah. Deron says, traded Justin Jefferson for Nick Chubb and Pollard. Who won? Whoever, the guy who got Justin Jefferson. The guy who got Justin Jefferson, Deron. Kenny says Jefferson with Sam is humming. Lamar hasn't thrown in 2 games. Hasn't thrown in 2 games. I disagree with that. I love Lamar. Lamar won me championships. People can break down the game all you want to. And at the end of the year, when he's balling, I take however he's getting it. But I get what you're saying as far as him throwing. I don't care. I just need the fantasy points. I do think he's a great quarterback too. I don't think it's conventional. It's not Peyton Manning. Harabi says, I'm still starting Zay all the time, just expecting a volatile floor with some boom games. Facts. Let's see here. Where was I? Rico says, do you think Hunt can be a hit? I think a couple games he'll be okay for you. I don't think he's going to be consistent, but I think he's okay to have on your team. I think you definitely need to have him stashed somewhere. Kenny says Zay blocked on every play last game. It was the type of game script that they had to. Yeah, he was a decoy. Some games you're going to have to be a decoy. That's how you win championships. Harami says Zay going to get his. Right. He boomed late last season. Maybe that happens again. Easton says, what do I do with Garrett Wilson? I say hold on to him. Unless you're going to get something nice, hold on to him. He's going to be a good player, man. He's not a bad player. I just sent Flowers and Tank Dell away from Scary Terry. I don't think that's bad. I see what you're doing. I love Zay and I like Tank, but yes, good move, Kenny. I like that move. Tron says, TD, I think it's possibility that Devontae Adams won't touch a football field for another 4 or 5 weeks. It's possible. It's possible, but I would still love to have him. And if he comes back to the Raiders, I don't want him to wait 4 or 5 weeks to come back to the Raiders. But if you wait 4 or 5 weeks and comes to another team that got a good quarterback, I want that Devontae Adams. Running out of water, guys. I need water. Yeah, right. He's doing that damn nasty ass Taco Bell commercial. Rod Guy says, who should I trade Breach for? We talked about Kyron Williams. Maybe Kyron Williams. Other than that, man, I think you need to get a consultation. That way we can go through your leagues. Other than that, I just don't know a blanket guy right now that you can get that I would do it for Breach. Big Will says, TD is the only one. Okay, we did that one. Breach may lose his job. I don't know, man. But it might happen later in the season. But it ain't going to happen right now. They're not going to do it like that. Tron says, Tua coming back week 8. Facts. Kenny says, Wicks or Lazard? I go Wicks with Christian Watson being out. Excuse me, guys. Rod Guy says, thoughts on Deontay? I like Deontay Johnson. I think he's a top 12 guy. Big Will says, you showed me both. Okay, so I did show him my 5 championships and also my teams of like how I play my guys and I don't bench them. Harami says, you show when right or wrong. Right. Always. I'm never gonna run from being wrong. I actually like being wrong. I feel better, and that's why I gotta tell somebody. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be, I don't wanna, that makes me feel weak, like a weak man. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Shit, I'm not perfect, but I'm gonna be right more than I'm wrong. If I won't, I shut down my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all to play Tim Patrick over Jamar Chase. I'm gonna shut that shit down. My shit came from, look, I'm on my phone right now, sitting here talking with an accent that people say I don't know what I'm talking about. And I got a nice little following. I get a nice little bit of super chats. And it's growing too. As some of you you didn't think I was gonna ever get super chats. Now you're like, Diddy, you're getting super chats. You're getting super chats now. Jackson Baker says currently 3-1. Got offered Puka for Zach Moss and Amari Cooper. What you think? Got offered Puka and Zach Moss and Amari for Zach Moss. I got offered Puka for Zach Moss and Amari Cooper. Yes, I'm taking the Puka. Contra Machine says 189. TD high score. Boom. Yes, sir. No kicker league. Also, I like that. Big Will says also you when I first subscribed, you reached out to me immediately via email and gave me boom players to draft. I made it to the championship for the first time rocking with you, Paul. So you fam there. Appreciate that, bruh. Appreciate that shout out. Let people know what it is. Renato says word, thank you, appreciate it anytime. Kenny says I prefer Braylon. He about to take the job. I hope so. I got a lot of Braylon. That's going to be my league winner. And all of y'all that subscribe to me, you should all have Braylon. All of you do because I said it. Now, I didn't come up with it. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I had a friend that told me he was on Braylon Allen like super early. And then he got drafted. He said, man, he going to take Breach's job. I said, man, you crazy. But I'm paying attention to him. Because I call somebody crazy, but I'm like, I'm watching you. I'm actually interested. That's why I said he was crazy. I said, I'm going to watch this. And then I saw a couple games and I saw Breach come out and talking about Braylon, man, him. I said, oh my God, bro, you right. Breach hold the number 1 running back in fantasy. They're going to draft the guy in the 3rd or 4th round and he's going to take his position. Damn. NFL stands for not for long. That shit crazy. Harambe says laughing my ass off. Let me go. I'm trying to get to some of the, because my phone get ready to go dead. So guys, I'm not skipping any guys that you're not members. Become a member of the channel. That way I won't skip. But right now, I'm just gonna read out my members because my phone is going dead, and I don't want these live to be super long. Nobody watching them when they like 2 hours long. Tron says, would Tyreek struggling without Tua, would you start Mooney over Reed? But it depends on your mentality. My mentality, I'm gonna play my studs. I'm at least keep Tyreek out there and probably A-Chain because I don't got I don't got another running back that's as good as A-Chain. But if you want to talk about the two ways that we was talking about earlier, how you play, Mooney is a great guy to put in over Tyreek when Tyreek is struggling because of a quarterback situation. But me, I'm gonna start Tyreek and I'm gonna try to get Mooney in there. But there's nothing wrong with you sitting Tyreek until you see a quarterback come back in there that's comfortable. And put Mooney in there. So nothing wrong with that, Tron. Why you say that, Kenny? Why you say you can skip me? Bro, I read your comments almost non-stop all the time. Don't be joking with me, bro. Stop it. Don't be joking. Harambe says Josh Allen. Okay, you got a lot of flack, yeah, for the Breach Allen move that I did. So you can get some other questions in. Okay, I got you. Okay, got you. I'm just doing the members right now because I'm getting ready to get out of here. So I just want to go through the members. That's what they pay for. Rambi says great move. Thank you, Rambi. Rambi says try to get Kyron. Tron says, what do you think about Tyreek? I think you just got to keep playing him and just keep starting him as a wide receiver 2 or a flex. Rami says, what do I always say? Bet the house if you so sure. Point is, no one knows all that about fantasy. Facts. C.A. Jefferson says, breaching ETN as my RB 1 and 2. Trade a hole. C.A. Jefferson, do you got Braylon Allen and do you got Tank Bigsby? If go get Braylon Allen and Tank Bigsby, then I'm gonna tell you the whole. If you not, then I would say, okay, you don't CA? Okay. So when you super chat, I sit around and think a little bit. I don't want to do this before my phone go dead. You could trade ETN for James Cook, or you could trade ETN and go get Braylon Allen if you nervous. Aaron Jones, no, you can't do that because they too volatile. It's too volatile. You could trade ETN for Aaron Jones, but don't trade both. I'm just gonna give a couple guys that you can try to make a package deal. If you need a consultation, I can do you. If you sign up as a Phenom member, which is $20, man, your first one is free. So if you need help doing that, but let me give you a couple of targets. Brian Robinson. I keep forgetting about Brian Robinson Jr. I would take Breach and go get Brian Robinson Jr. That's saucy. I would want you to get something else, but I like Brian Robinson Jr. I would get off Breach and go get Brian Robinson. Now listen, Breach gonna have some more good games, but go get Brian Robinson Jr. and another player. I would do that for Breach. That's a great one. That's the best one I got so far. Chuba Hubbard. I like Chuba Hubbard as a package deal. Maybe not 1-for-1. Yeah, that's what I would say. Let me see here. Appreciate that super chat, bruh. All right, let me go through here, guys. If the phone go dead, I apologize. That's how you win DFS tournaments. You contrarian play booms, right? Your contrarian play booms, right? And that's why I played Garrett Wilson in one of my DFS lineups for a contrarian play. Not because like, oh, I know Garrett Wilson is going off. Guys, you got to get outside. Maybe you might take this personal, and I'm sorry. The difference, I think, and I'm not smarter than anybody else, but I'm the type and be like, TD, you gonna go and try to climb Mount Everest? Yes. Well, you gonna fail. if I fail, I'm gonna get better. That's how I think. Y'all be like, well, you're gonna fail, so why you doing it? You're gonna fail, why you doing it? You're gonna fail. But sometimes the process is what makes you great. You don't always, oh, I'm the best heavyweight champion in the world. I never lost. No, you probably got your ass whooped as a kid. So sometimes going through it, get your process and go and do that every day. That's how you win in life. If you flip flop and go up and down, ain't nobody gonna be your friend. Ain't nobody gonna trust you. You don't got nothing established. TD gonna tell me to start my starters. I know that. You know that when you come here, TD gonna tell you to start your starters. All right. Yes, guys, go follow Harambe's channel at Harambe's Jungle. Go follow his channel. See, trying what he says. Jose Garcia said, Pitts got me 0 trying to pick up Freiermuth or often dropping most to have plenty of running backs. Right, drop most. You got to get Freiermuth. Kyle Pitts, man, nobody can. You can't. It's hard to play him. It's hard. It's very hard to play him. Tobias says, bro, Addison and ETN for Cup and Jacobs. No, keep Addison and ETN. Let's see. Vikings in Kansas City in the Super Bowl. Vikings win it. It's possible. So guys, Stefan says I'm 1-3 RBs are CMC. Najee Moss got offered Swift for CMC. You need another running back. I think you need to get something better than Swift if you're going to give up CMC. Other than that, man, just hold on to him. You need something better. Keep working the waiver wire today. Find your waiver wire running back. You got Kareem Hunt out there. You got Tank Bigsby. Keep looking at the waiver wires. The Adams to the Commanders, I like that. That's a good one. Yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan. All right, guys, well, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you check out the waiver wire video. I will be doing my skyrocketing rankings tomorrow, so make sure you tap in. Y'all be safe. Peace.